was so afraid of like creating that tension, but really that tension is like, it can be like a sexual tension, you know what I mean? So I had to force myself to challenge girls in conversation. Even if I kind of agreed with them, I had to force myself to be more challenging. So teasing and challenging, dude, like those things were huge for me. Oh my god, dude, it's sex, dude. We make sex such taboo here in America, but it's really not like anything crazy. What's up, Tommy? Welcome back, my dude. I'm just talking to my buddy about like the concept of the friend zone and how many times I used to get friend zoned by girls, and just my insights that I always keep in mind to like not be friend zoned by girls. Even though I got a girlfriend right now, herder. Most of my conversations with her were me teasing and playfully flirting. But I make it a point to not text. Yeah, dude, honestly, like, I was the same way, but, like, alright, dude, here's some ways that I like to incorporate, like, touch, like, not in a creepy way, but just, like, kind of like in a fun guy type of way. Dude, Tom, we've all gotten friend zoned a lot, dude. I hear ya. But, things that I would do, like, if I agreed with something, I would reward the girl and high five. Sometimes I would high five and then pull it away, and I'd just laugh. I'd, like, laugh at her. But, things that you could do, challenge her to a thumb war. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be, like, it doesn't have to be clever. Like, if you bring it back to the playground, and just, like, it doesn't have to be like this extravagant like method or technique. Just like have fun in kind of like a kindergarten way. So you can like point at her shirt and be like, oh, you got something right there. She'll look down and you boink her in the nose. As long as you like find some sense of amusement out of it, it will work every fucking time. And even if it doesn't, dude, like you made yourself laugh, and like that is winning like right off the bat. Like if you can make yourself laugh. And, like, you don't become the dancing fucking clown, like the Joker that's trying to, like, make everybody laugh, but you're making yourself laugh. Trust me, that is the way to go. Other ways that I would touch, you know, the arm around the shoulder type thing you can do. If you have your hand up against her back, kind of to her shoulder, that's like more of like a friend type thing. If you have it down too low, it's kind of sleazy and like you don't want to do that. So like right about the mid back is good. But yeah, thumb wars. Another thing that I like to do is like fake like palm read and just make up bullshit. Like you'd be like, let me see your hand for a sec. Check her hand and just be like, uh-oh. You know what I mean? Just like make up some story. Like, alright, I'm seeing that like you're gonna succeed as far as your career goes, but your dating world looks real fucked up. You know what I mean? But you can do it in a playful way. So I'm just kind of trying to give you guys some ideas as far as like amping up like touch, because at the end of the day, in my mind, as far as like the friend zone goes, 4 major things. Not being afraid to touch and like getting in your mind that you're like a touchy guy. You know what I mean? So, Tom, I'm gonna get to your question in 1 second. So being touchy, but like kind of in a chill way, like not being like for instance, touching becomes weird when you do this. When you put your hand on her shoulder and then you look at your hand. You know what I mean? Like, I think you can tell how that would be weird. But if you're just touching like you're a normally like just a fun, touchy guy, and you kind of just put your arm around her, and like you're not fazed by it, you're still chill, and you're still acting like it's normal, cool. You know what I mean? But if you feel uncomfortable doing that, she'll feel that too. So just be cool with it, be okay with it. You know what I mean? Because it's normal, it's chill. Unfortunately, in America, a lot of guys, it's just in our culture, we're not nearly as touchy as some of the Spanish cultures, like Italy, Italian guys. That's why they're all like Rico Suaves. They come over here, they're very touchy, they hug a lot. Dude, when you first meet a girl, hug her. Just hug a girl when you first meet her. High five, just general rules of thumb. High five if she agrees with something or you like something that she does or says or even is wearing. Like, yo, nice style, kid. High five. Also, like, if you're out at the club, another thing that you can do is like grab her by the hand and say, hey, come here, let's go get a drink. And just grab her by the hand. And don't do it in a forceful, dickish way, but like do it in like, I'm gonna lead you, it's gonna be okay. As long as you're like comfortable in your own skin doing it. So touch, that's a big one. Sex, being a sexual guy, something that I did was I would make sexual innuendos a lot. So I'd make myself laugh and also some communicate that like sex isn't a big deal, sex is normal. Because it really is. And keep in mind, like I had never gotten laid until I was like 21. Basically throughout my whole college career I was a virgin. I sucked with girls. I'm not naturally a smooth guy. I did a lot of work on myself to be where I'm at right now. But something that was fun for me was just making a lot of sexual innuendos. So I was a lot of like, that's what she said. I would do that a lot. And just, you know, like, here's actually a nice like little push-pull thing that you can do that's also like kind of challenging while also displays kind of like a statement of intent. Let's say you're talking to a girl and she's talking and talking and talking. And you can literally just say, I literally haven't heard a fucking word you said. I've been like way too distracted at your lips. You know what I mean? Like, so that's sexual. Like, but it's also not like weird. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I haven't heard a word that you said. I've just been staring at your lips. So like, sorry, I've been like just admiring this whole thing right here. Repeat what you said again. You know what I mean? It communicates in like a fun way that you're like sexually attracted to her and that you're kind of a sexual dude. You know what a line that I like to use sometimes is when a girl's bitching about stuff and you don't want to talk about what she's talking about, you can change the subject because like first of all, that's leading the interaction. Because being a leader is like talking about stuff that you want to talk about and not like negative bullshit that people keep talking about, you know what I mean? So if a girl's bitching about like whatever, her ex-boyfriend or bitching about something, you can literally look at her and be like, do you have your credit card on you? And she'll be like, yeah, why? And you can be like, because I'm going to start charging you $200 an hour for therapy if we keep talking about this. I don't want to talk about this anymore. So like, this is just like some of the stuff that I found funny. You know, I'm just trying to give you guys ideas. So, touch, coming off like right off the bat that you're like a sexual flirty guy, that's huge. Like it's better to burn the bridge at first. It's better to try burning the bridge at first than playing it safe. Because doing the whole flirty thing and touchy thing later on, like you're breaking the frame. So when you first meet a girl, set the frame right off the bat. Set the frame and tease her right off the bat. So like when you first meet a girl, this is just a good example. Like when you first meet a girl that you're interested in, right? Right off the bat, even if you're not interested in it, it's just a good practice. Something that you could say is like, oh my god, like I know your type. This, like, I know your type. And again, guys, lines. I don't recommend using lines. Just be authentic. You know what I mean? So like, this is just some of the stuff that I've said in the moment that I thought was like kind of funny. But there was this one line that I said to actually my ex-girlfriend. First time I met her, I was like, yo, listen, I'm not your type. I'm not your type at all. See that guy over there? That guy's way more your type. But I pointed to some like chubby dude, some chubby nerdy dude, and then I was like, I'm more the type that your mom warned you about. Even though like I really had no right to be saying that, I said it anyway. Because it creates that like dynamic, it creates a kind of a polarity. It also, people feel about you how you feel about you. So when you start wiring into your mind that you're a confident dude and that, you know, like you're good with women, girls will start to feel that. Because like when I first met my ex-girlfriend, she was like, she literally thought like I had banged a ton of girls when really she was like the first one. I never told her that. Alright, so anyway, number 1 was touch. Number 2 was being sexual. And again, this is to stay out of the friend zone. Number 3 is teasing and challenging. Tease and challenge a lot. I can't stress teasing and challenging enough. Because teasing and challenging means that you're authentic and you're not afraid what people think. And you're not afraid to create a sexual tension. A man-to-woman tension. Because, like, too often we do this whole fucking small talk bullshit where we're like, oh, where are you from? Oh, cool. What do you do for work? Oh, cool. And it's just boring. Like, it's boring. Small talk's boring. So make small talk more interesting, and like just add some teasing and challenging into the mix. All right. So teasing, challenging, touch. Being sexual, and the last one is body language. Oh my god, body language will dictate so much. I wrote a whole book about body language, and I'm probably gonna link it at some point once I put the finishing touches on it. But I've had probably like 10 or so different friends look at it, and they got a shit ton of value out of the book. Like, they loved it. But something that you can do. Oh, Tom, thanks for the host, dude. Thank you so much, man. So something that you can do to keep in mind as far as body language is when somebody first meets you, okay? Even if they haven't even officially met you, as soon as you become a bleep on their radar, let's say you walk into a room and the girl hasn't even met you yet, right? And let's say you're walking around all right, perfect. We're gonna use this example. You walk into a club, and you got your beer. You go get your drink, and you got it like this, and you're like looking around. Maybe you're a little hunched up, and you're like looking down at the ground a little bit. Maybe you like looking over there, seeing all the fun that they're having. And you look over there, and you kind of just like walk around, and you're kind of like in the back of the pack, letting like maybe your buddy kind of like lead the show, and you kind of just like. What do you guys think? Is this attractive body language? No. Another thing that you can keep in mind is body language. Okay, just nonverbal communication in general is literally like 85% of all communication. So when it comes to like attracting girls, like what you actually say really doesn't fucking matter. A good rule of thumb is as long as you feel good saying what you're saying and you're making yourself laugh, you can say anything you want. Perfect example. LT, I fucking hope you die. Like, I don't feel good saying that, right? But if I'm like, but you can literally get away with saying that if you feel good. LT, I fucking hope you die. You know what I mean? Like, do you see the difference? You can get away with saying whatever you want. It's all in your nonverbal communication. So your body language, your physical body language, accounts for about 65% of communication in general. 65%. That is a lot, okay? I'll go over that in a second. The other 20% is your voice tonality. Now, if you guys are listening, this one's really interesting. Have you guys ever noticed when you're talking that you kind of sometimes maybe talk like this? Like this is, I'm exaggerating so that you guys can notice the difference between non-attractive verbal communication. This I'm going to give you guys an example of what not to do because this subcommunicates a lot. Yeah, so like when I first started streaming, I was like really nervous, and I really wasn't sure like how people were going to take it, and you guys kind of see how I'm like ending on like high notes, and everything kind of what I'm saying kind of sounds like a question. And maybe you guys are feeling a little anxious right now because I'm talking really fast and I feel kind of unsure of myself. You see how you feel? You can feel that. You can feel like you probably feel a little anxious just hearing me talk. So that subcommunicates you're nervous, you don't have any confidence, you're not self-assured. But when you slow how you talk down, you're way more alpha. Alpha's just a term that I like to use. Not your typical like alpha male. Don't think of it like that. Think of like alpha more as just comfortable in your own skin and confident. So when you speak slow, you're not afraid of silences. You're not worried about pauses in the interaction. You're comfortable. So speak a little bit slower. End on low notes. Speak with, because when you end on low notes, you end your statements with conviction and assuredness. You know what I mean? I hope this has been helpful so far, guys. I'm really passionate about the whole body language and subcommunication thing because it's really interesting. So, voice tonality is a big one because there's two other things I want to talk about voice tone. When you speak louder, it also subcommunicates that you're not afraid of what other people think and that you're confident. So speak a little bit louder. Speak louder than you think that you have to speak. Also, there's a difference between your like deep guttural voice and your voice that's kind of coming from your neck. Like, hey guys, my voice is up here. Or I'm down here. You can see the difference. My voice is resonating because it's coming from here rather than here. See? I know this is probably like an information overload, but it's really, really good shit. So those are just some tidbits on voice tone. And then your physical body language, dudes. Like this one is huge. So in general, just keep this in mind. Just keep this in mind. Have relaxed body language. Just relax. Take up space. Take up as much space as you can in your area while being relaxed. So not like this. Not hunched over. Not with your fucking legs cut off like this. Like open up. Sit back. Relax. And take up space. Take up the space that you're in, that you're occupying. If you want to get into the more nitpicky stuff, let your shoulders come back. So you don't want your shoulders like this. Let your shoulders come back, your chest out. Something that I like to do a lot was I would take big inhales anytime I was aware of it to fix my body language. So anytime I was like, oh, I should be focusing on my body language because it's really, really important. Because remember I was saying that it's kind of like you become a blip on somebody's radar. So, when you first walk into a club and you're subcommunicating like beta body language, the girl's gonna view you like that before she even meets you. So this is why body language is super, super important. So take up space, relax. Those are the biggest ones. Take up space and relax. Slow your movements down. You don't want to be like jumping around like the fucking crazy antsy guy. Just slow down, relax, be comfortable where you are. LT, you're pretty good at that. I feel like since when I last saw you, you're pretty good at just being slow and relaxed. Maybe an idea that you can try is when you're aware that your body language should be good, just take a big inhale. You are Paul Ryan. You can't fool me. You're Paul Ryan. I watch the news in Americas. What's up, Kajaler? Probably totally butchered your name. Welcome to the stream, dude. We're talking about body language, bro. Paul Ryan. I have never gotten that one before. So yeah, take a space, relax, have your head up high. All of this is gonna be like going on about. It really is all going to tie back into taking up space and being relaxed. No, it pronounced Kajaler. Like that's not helping. Jailer, Kajaler. I'm just going to call you K. I'm going to call you K. What's frustrating? Paul Ryan or the fact that I look like Paul Ryan?